Okay, so this is the Unit 6C intermediate on the Check Your Understanding. We're being asked down here to write the inequality for the graph that is shown. I mentioned the point slope form in my last video. I'm going to make use of that again because this is the easiest way to write an equation for a line. So all I need is some point that's on the line. And let's see, it looks like, well, I'll go ahead and use this point. Looks like -2, -1 is on the line. And the slope, if I go from there to there, the slope is up to the right 3, so that's a slope of 2/3. So all I have to do is y minus y1 here, my point that I chose. Y minus -1 is 2/3 times x minus -2. And I'll change those minus negatives into pluses. Now, I could distribute my 2 through there. It's going to generate some fractions. This is fine as the equation for the line. Now, I know that it's not going to have an equal to part in it. So I am going to write this y plus 1 here, and I still need to figure out what symbol I'm going to put in there. Okay. And I'm going to pick a test point that I know works. Okay, so I'll pick something that will make my life a little bit easier. What if I picked the y to be -1, and I'll go with the point -1, 2. So when I put a -1 in for x and a 2 in for y, this should come out true. So that's a y, -1, -2, so that's -1 plus 1. Figuring out what's going to go in there is 2/3, excuse me, and I put a positive 2 in, so that's 2 plus 2, which makes 4. So this is going to be a 0, and this is going to be a positive number over here. It's 8/3, but all that really matters is I know that it's bigger than 0, so to make that point true, the inequality would have to look like that. And so that's the inequality that is going to go in here. And so this is one form of the inequality that will make that graph. Okay. Next one, find 2 points on the line again. This time I can very clearly see a y-intercept at -3. And if I go down 2 and over 1, down 2 to the right 1, then I can see that my slope is -2 divided by 1. And it goes through the point 0, -3. That's the y-intercept. So y and -2x minus 3. I just need to figure out what should go in there. Okay. So I'm going to pick a point that it says works. I will go with a point I'm going to go x equals 0, y equals -4. I like making my x 0. So I'm going to test with 0, -4. -4 is the y. If I put a 0 in here, I get a -3. Okay, pretty close to each other, but -3 is bigger than -4. And so that is the inequality that should be in there, and it was a solid line, so I should put the equal to part on it. That is the inequality that's being graphed in that picture.